When I first arrived at Church of the Redeemer, I saw that we have this beautiful East African, service, this part of our church. And it was like, this is amazing. And then I started to hear what was actually going with a lot of these youth is that as they're growing older, they're not joining that church. They're not joining that way of worshiping. They're leaving the church. My hope is that through Farm to Flourish, we can help the church catch these people that are wandering off. Kefa's only been with us for a couple of months. His family's really new to the country, and that's a dynamic that I can't even imagine. And so for him to come to America isn't necessarily to know what it means to be home.
Starting the Farm to Flourish program was so great because I just made some friends. I can describe it as a place of joy, happiness. I don't feel that I'm coming to the farm, I feel like I'm coming home.
Love, I've known for a couple of years now. She was one of our first class. She came into the program, she was working on the farm originally, and then she started doing more of the food and value-added things that we're doing with the holistic health program. She's someone who just enjoys life. She brings out kind of life for everybody else in the program.
Oh God, this is my favorite part. We usually when we're cooking, we dance, We cannot cook without music. That's just that.
We intentionally have created a lot of kind of common time. And we explicitly started the day with prayer because we wanted to cast a vision that what we're doing out in the field is not just some random work, some day labor kind of thing. This is the work of the Lord. This is the work that we're getting better at, that God has given us to do as the church.
I have enjoyed is starting with the prayers in the morning because I get time to be with God. And Stephen and Harkins tell us more about the Bible's explain to us what we have read and then what we have to do.
You can see Kefa with his finger on each word going as we're reading the lectionary for each day. He's following along, he's saying it to himself. You can see he's impressing that upon himself.
When we're cooking all together, it's fun. Every time we see each other, we just, talk a little bit about us. Emily be asking us, how was your day? How was your weekend and stuff like that.
In an African refugee home, women do the cooking. And the cooking isn't necessarily valued. It is something that is valuable, but it's not necessarily explicitly valued. And so I think within the holistic health program, she begins to see that what she's doing is good. And what she's doing is actually really interesting as well. It's something that can bring her mind and her hands together in something that only she can do.
We have cooked a lot of things together, and I'm not gonna lie, we enjoy all of them. And the boys, they be coming in all hyped up, and they enjoy it. Every time they be like, thank you for the food, it's delicious.
Seeing such growth in the youth here on Saturdays, and it's just been so beautiful. And then most of the week they're at school, and we find that maybe their orientation to school is not quite at the level of excellence of what we're experiencing here at the farm and at the church.
When I'm home, sometimes I don't have somebody to help me with my homework, or I have to do the thing all myself, and sometimes it's too hard. I can't explain it.
The schools want to care, but don't necessarily know how to care for a refugee youth from Africa. And we can come alongside in the way that the parent might want to, but not have the language skills to. So this is the time we can do this. And the church is really the vehicle, the only vehicle in their life that's gonna make sure that this happens.
The tutoring program, I think it will be better because they'll be helping us, and I really love that.
And I'm finding out, of course, that there's other factors that are going on in the school day, and I can begin to address those in his life through the resources and the people, volunteers from the church. And so Father Jonathan goes from the tutoring back to the parents and say, this is what we're learning about this young man's life or this young woman's life. And this great big area of discipleship is going to be kind of shoring up at this critical period of their lives. I'm hoping through Farm to Flourish that we begin to inherit the kingdom of heaven by recognizing this great, beautiful treasure that God has put in our midst. He fills us as we pour ourselves out. Do you feel like you could grow your own garden now?
I think I can try my best.